Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. G'day, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back. This lovely, lovely sunset. And welcome back to the channel. How are we all doing? It has been a rather lazy day for your boy today. I was meant to do quite a lot of things, and I did a whole lot of nothing. So, what better thing to do than do a video? I think this might go out the same day I recorded, but I might do two today. And the second video will cover why, but this one is a fun one for me. So lately, my girlfriend has been helping out a lot with the channel, and she's been helping me get the shorts all together. So if you've wondered why we've been posting 2 shorts on the channel every day, that's why, because my lovely ladies help me out there. But with all this new shorts is getting a lot of views, and then obviously there's going to be comments and interactions along with that, and it's leading me to quite a lot of fun interactions now. I'm not going to wait for you if you're not going to indicate, sir. And that is highlighted by that lovely acceleration. I'm getting bullied for having a slow motorcycle. Ah! And honestly, I don't know. It's one of my favourite things, getting hate comments or mean comments, because I think it's quite funny. I love it. It does not bother me at all, but it has given me some inspiration for today's video, so I can thank him for giving me some video ideas. And the video basically is how we ride a slow vehicle, as in a slow motorbike, and get around with it. Because forgive me, I don't have a brother-mobile. It's not got enough enough ponies, enough CCs, like this thing over here on the left. But it's okay. 471cc is more than enough, and I'll tell you why. Because look, I might lose off the pull on a lot of bigger bikes, which is fine, alright? If you enjoy shifting gears, having a smaller CC bike is definitely up your alley. But if you're a lazy bastard, you don't like shifting, well, fair enough, maybe a bigger bike's for you. But having a slower engine bike around town is completely fine, alright? And no, I'm not huffing copium. I honestly believe it. I like that little thing next to me. I wouldn't own one though. Looks a little bit too V-roddy for my liking. Sounds good though. Oh, I just had some chocolate milk, so forgive me if I'm a little phlegmy. It's a bit like that. Let's get in front of these cars. Sounds good, that bike. Woohoo! But yeah, so I've done absolutely bloody nothing today, and I'm suffering for it, because now we're stuffing up and dealing with traffic everywhere, because it is nearly 4:40. So forgive me for that thing, but we're just going for a little cruise, and we're going to talk about our love for slow motorbikes, okay? And off he goes. I took that a little bit more gingerly this time, because I can. But ladies and gentlemen, one thing you got to come to realise is that even a slow bike is still considered fast to most vehicles on the road. Like, I think my bike accelerates to 100 in the 5-second mark, which is faster than a lot of bloody sports cars. So I don't need to hear this argument if it's a slow, bloody vehicle. Like, come on, mate, pull your head in. You've just been spoiled by race ships. I don't need a vehicle that can accelerate to the moon in 2 seconds. Would I like one? Oh, you're goddamn right I'd like one, but am I mad that I don't have one? No, I love my bike. Is it slow? A little bit. Is it as fast as a Hayabusa with a turbo? God, no. Do I need that? No. Now, the thing I say is, like, because I live in Australia, you could sort of argue the point of it. I mean, like, obviously everyone argues it's unnecessary everywhere, but that's fine. I don't care about all of that. What I'm talking about is, in Australia, the cops are very anal about speeding laws, and I'm talking, like, in America, I see people in 60 zones doing 75 to 80 miles an hour and just cruising with the traffic, and everyone's sort of fine with it. In Australia, if you do 3Ks over the speed limit, you get fined. So, like, why? Why do I care? Would my next bike be a faster bike? Absolutely. Like, I'm not going to stick to my Rebel forever, as much as I love it, but point being is, it's completely fine. I've had so many people go, like, I've had guys call me a beginner rider because it's a slow bike because you ride a Rebel. I've had people say, oh, it's a slow experience. And I'm like, you know what? Who cares? Biking is fun. It doesn't need to be fast. And when you start riding more and more often, the better you get, the more you'll realize how enjoyable small CC bikes are, okay? There's nothing wrong with the small CC, because half the time those smaller CCs are more actually manageable, especially if you like doing, say, twisties. Everyone who rides a leader bike in the twisties is staying in first gear the whole time, and here we are rocking it out, changing gears repeatedly. and having a swell old time because, well, we can. Whereas you're stuck in first gear and not having any fun. Because if you accelerate too hard, you'll slip or crash or wheelie, whereas, well, we could pin it on a bloody open throttle and we're not even going to have to worry about low siding in most cases because these bikes have no power. But guess what? They're light, they're nimble, they're fun, and they're cheap if you break them, which is another good thing about them smaller bikes. Now, there's something about older bikes which hit me a little different. Vintage bikes are just, they're sexy in their own way. They're slow, but they sound different, they feel different. They've got a bit of like get up and go about them that's just lacking in the new ones, because the new ones are too refined. Now I ride a Honda, so it's extremely, you know, refined and, well, dare I say boring, but a lot of those older bikes, they're clunky. And the smaller CCs as well. Like I'm talking pre-liter bike era, back when the 750s and all that were the shit. Like I know the original H2 was like, what, it was like an 800cc two-stroke something or other. That was fine, and it was deadly, and they called it the Widowmaker, which is gorgeous. But the point being is, man, who cares? Biking is fun as long as you've got two wheels on the ground. And there's absolutely no reason to be bitching and moaning about other people's bikes. The reason I say this as well is because everyone likes to complain to me, and I've had many people bitch to me that I ride a Rebel, which is comical to me because I don't care. But also, do you want to know what the most, you know, memed bike is in the biking community? It's a fucking Grom! Everybody loves Groms, except for one person I've met who was my mate, who I don't talk to much anymore for other reasons. And that's, Groms are because they're sick. Everybody loves a Grom. I would like to get in front of you, sir. Oh. And you know what Groms are? Tiny little CC engines, and they're a whole boatload of fun, because why not? You could ride a 1000cc naked bike, which would be awesome, or you could ride a little, what is it, Grom's like a 150 or something, isn't it? Oh, weapon, mate, weapon! I'd love to ride a Grom around. Honestly, and they're like $4,000, which is the biggest bloody meme about them. Now, I don't know what they are in American currency, but I've seen plenty of them for like $4,000 Australian. And I've seen so many people custom paint them and just outright enjoy them. How other people bloody engine swap them. I think I saw someone put the MT-09 engine in one. Like, mate, there's something fun about them. So don't sleep on all these little bikes, because, man, you're missing out on something if you do. And it's honestly just your own loss, because, oh, dude, there's so much joy to be had, and you're just complaining because your ego and insecurities won't let you enjoy something a bit slower. And honestly, you know what? That's okay. You don't have to ride a spaceship all the time. But, man, the argument of that's not a real bike, that's a girl's bike, is quite funny, because, well, for one, some people just straight up can't afford a bigger bike, like me. But other people just don't want them. Some people have been riding their bigger bikes most of their life, and they've finally decided, you know what, as much as I like the bigger bike, sometimes I just want a slower one, because the slower one's more manageable around town. Why do you reckon the RS660 is so popular? Like, it's not a fast bike, but it's not a slow bike, but it's not a fast bike. It's an in-between. But it's a good in-between. That little cross-plane twin parallel makes 100 horsepower. You get enough time to shift gears. It's not a bad idea. It's a good little device. And I don't know why more and more people aren't buying it. Well, I do. It's because it's fucking like $20,000. But, man, you're missing out on so much fun by just limiting yourself to such larger engine bikes. Now, you see it with a lot of sports bikes, but you see it most definitely within the cruiser realm, which is hilarious, because now look, my engine's only got like 47.5 horsepower, and it keeps up acceleration wise with most of the bloody 1800cc Harleys up until they get up to a certain speed. But the point is, up until legal speeds, they're not that different. So I don't need to pay $40,000 for a tractor that weighs 300 kilos and doesn't move if I don't want to, okay? I can pay 10 grand and get 1/4 of the weight, 1/4 of the engine, and it accelerates just fine. All right? I don't understand. I don't need to have a fucking behemoth of a bike just to satisfy the brother code. Brother. A Harley versus a Rebel. Man, a Rebel 1100 smokes them. So, Rebel 500 bloody keeps up with most of them too. That's the funny thing. Like, Iron 883's bigger engine, but this will keep up with it just fine. So I don't know, man. It's just unnecessary to have such opinions sometimes. I'm not going to be able to get past this truck. Why this? Ugh, yes, I love it. Whew. Oh, brother. But man, all I'm saying is if you're one of those people that has a sort of bigoted mentality towards the smaller bikes and you reckon they're all garbage and they're just not worth it, I'm telling you right now, either go out and, if you're a sports bike person at least, go out and buy an R3 and thrash that around the mountains. Does it have the torque? No, it means you got to hold that rev line higher. Does it have the acceleration? God, no. Is it light? Yes. Is it fun? Absolutely. You're missing out on such an experience because you're so, like, against things. Get your ass out on the bike, give it a go, and of course, man, just have a party. Don't complain, don't bitch and moan about other bikes, just have fun with what you have. Stop hating on other people's machines, alright? Bike is bike. We should all be happy that we're riding together and everyone's alive, man. Such a shame that we think so this ways. Oh, highway patrol, naughty, you're teasing me. But yeah, that's pretty much my take for the day. I really hope you listen, because I don't think anyone in my community is typically like this. I haven't got any brothers in my comment section complaining my Rebel ain't a real bike. And I hope to get some this video. But yeah, man, that's pretty much all I have time for. Enjoy your smaller motorcycles. There's no reason to hate on them. As long as you got two wheels on the ground, we're all happy. So that's pretty much where I wanted to leave it. But all in all, take it easy, keep it cheesy. I hope you've all had a wonderful day, and as always, have a good time. Peace, bye!